Okay, I'm just waiting for something to load up here. All right, I can see myself. Okay, good. Yeah. So, my this video or this live stream, if anyone has time to join in, it's fine. I wish I had StreamYard so I could let people in. Um, but the reason I'm doing this is because I want to show you something that is horrible. Uh, it's about Tiffany Henyard, okay, or Henyard, however you want. She's her verbiage, her English is horrible, and people know it. And she lives in the same state that I live in, and she's black. She's a young black woman. I think she's like 37 or 38 or something like that. Who And I mentioned black not because I'm racist. I mentioned black because Dalton, in that town or city, whatever you want to call it, that she lives in, they're predominantly black people, African Americans, and that's the only reason I mention it. When I went to college, I had a black roommate and two black roommates, and there's one that I got along with. There's another way I didn't get along with, but it's all right. It's about life. It's about getting along with people, right? So, I'm trying to find the video of Tiffany Henyard, and I have a feeling I'm gonna go visit there at some point because it's really only about an hour away, and um, okay, so she's been okay. So I'll give you a synopsis or an update, so to speak, of her. She, she was a board of trustee, meaning that she was elected to be a trustee by a mayor, right? The mayor can uh, elect their own people, so to speak, their own trustees. So then, but the trustees also, just like Congress, if you know government and the way the government system works, you know that the trustees are a part of the mayor. It's not like the president of the United States, where it's Congress and Senate. I'm just trying to give you an example. So it's a smaller scale, like um with like a 25,000 people population. So that's different. So then you still have uh, a certain amount of allocation of money to spend to make that town or that city grow, right? I know that because I was a president in college, and the dean of the college said, "This is your allocation." It was about $4,500, which is big. Actually, it was big for that time period. It was in the 1990s. But now blow it up to put some zeros after that. Now it's 45 million, or whatever amount you can bring on, but that's because of the scale of whatever city or town that people live in, and that's all about proper. There's property ownage. There's taxes that have been allocated, community services. There's so many different things that happen in a certain town that you have to understand. the concept of it and spending is important because, like when I was in college, the dean would see the spending and say, "You're not spending enough." That's what she would tell me. I'm not spending enough. You need to do this. And we'd do car washes and then make more money. Then make more, we'd have to spend more money and then we get more money. And it was like I was trying to build a community, and I built a community environment where I even brought, because I was living on campus, right, through a scholarship. And uh, then when I brought more money, she wanted me to spend more money. And I was like, the reason is if you don't spend that money, that the college or the dean, the president, or whoever, because there was a president in the college that I went to, if you don't spend that money, they take it away. So you have to bullshit your way through spending money. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. So we lost that money. But the people that voted for me wanted to party. And she's like, you can't do that. You have to give it a reason. So I'm not going to bullshit a reason because people want to drink their ass off all day long. And then it's like she knew it. She knew it. She was just trying to. Oh, I just don't like that concept. Um, anyway, I filled up my full year term. It was the president of the American Student Organization, and the thing about that was that there was white people there, there was Filipinos, black people, and it was like we all got along. That was like the cool thing, and I think I did a good job with celebrating that concept of be good, be good to people, and then they'll be good to you. But in politics, they expect something from you, which I did. So I one of the things that I did that nobody ever did before, because I lived on campus, was I told the dean I wanted to post posters because we have to report to the dean for any requests to for the printing company, for because she has to pay for it. It's not going to be my money, personal money. She has, or the college has to pay for it, right? And I did a concept, not a concept, but I did it, and it went through. Was about, because I lived on campus, and the only people I communicated with was with people on campus, and I said, you know what? Why don't we bring commuters in? And then that's one of the new things nobody ever thought of. And I did it, and it happened, and there was commuters that were coming in, and the it was like the whole, like one of the things that happens when a president is elected, is he can ask for um Lord Racer. Hey brother, I don't know actually who you are, but hey, good to see you. Thank you for the like. Always good to see you. I mean, I speak as much truth as I can, and it's not about a lot. Most of it is my truth, but a lot of it is truth from what I've learned from my own experience in life. So I made mistakes, a lot of mistakes, but when I was president, I learned that like try to create things that were to make things better. That's it. That's all you have to do, and then you don't use, but ask people in within your community or within your group to say, "Hey, how can we improve our community?" And that's it. And what's going on right now, I guess I'm bringing that up because it's a background of um, what's happening right now in the U.S., in the United States, in America, and how I see people voting, and I mean, I don't vote anymore because the other background that I want to talk about was that I lost a lot of friends when I became president of the Latin American Student Organization, and it was crazy. So there's jealousy that happens. Say, I didn't want you, I didn't vote for you, and then that's it. I don't. I lost them, but that's on a small scale. Think about that. That's on a small scale. That's only with like back then. That was about 3,000 people on campus or something like that. Think about it with millions. You know that's just an example. Now, Tiffany Henyard. I'll go back to that for a bit. Tiffany Henyard is Dalton mayor, right? And let's see if I can. I'll post the link real quick because there's a lot of people that are just on in uproar with her. Um, and that you can watch this whenever you have time. I'll post a small link so you can get a little snippet of what's happening. Um, let's see. I don't, I'm not going to post something that's going to take like 3 hours for you to watch. It's just I want you to get a small snippet of what's happening, and it's not just her; it's the people that she's a mayor of, and she is like a dictator in a small in a s- base. Let me pause. No, no, no. Let me pause this. Right. So okay, pause my own thing, but here I want to show you what I have here. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, I'm gonna post the link, and it's something when I watched this, and I've watched a lot of videos on this. Here, let me post. Wait 1 second. There it is. Okay, so you don't have to watch it right now, but if you want to click back after, you can watch right now if you want. It's about 2 minutes, right? But this is how when a dictator and people and community people in the community are like angry. This is how they reach out and they fight back. So watch it. I mean, there's so many videos I watched, and I'm like, wow, like this woman goes is crazy now. She's not even paying her own rent. She just got evicted. Got officially evicted from. She makes over $300,000 a year. How do you get evicted? Pay your rent. If you make that much money, it's easy. Come on. Are you serious? Like when I watch this, I'm not the only one that's shocked. But this is when people are narcissistic. They uh just uh, they can't get enough of, like, one another example of that is that when Dalton started, when I've heard this, and there's receipts for it. When Dalton started uh, um, researching, or the people that uh, like the secretary and the accountants started to look at the receipts, they were, before Tiffany Henyard was in power, or that's the way she puts it. She's in power. She's not the mayor. She's in power. Like, who thinks that way? They were 6.5 million dollars in surplus, which means they had in the bank account for Dalton for Dalton County, or the city of Dalton. They had 6.5 million to spend on the community and their own little city there. Now they're $3.5 million in debt after Tiffany Henyard took over. That is, and and there's receipts for it. The accountant, I think it was Lightfoot, whatever her first name is. She came in and checked that out. She was the mayor of Chicago, um, and she announced to that, and now all the news, CBS, NBC, it's everywhere, and it's disgusting how how she, and she doesn't even care. So I'm sorry, Ben. It's awful. It's awful. So anyway, I was just trying to give you a background of my own experience with what I went through, but I never did anything like that. In fact, if anything, um, I didn't spend enough, which you know, but okay. But please check that link out, and I'll be back for more at some point. So anyway, take care.